Billy RL, real life, is in front of the mic. I'm here inside the studio with the majority of the team members. And we here today because Friday is relaxation day. And someone was one member of the team wanted to see and watch Pop the Balloon on Netflix. And normally they have always watched Pop the Balloon on YouTube, and I have too, and we all have liked it very, very well. And but this time they wanted to see Pop the Balloon on Netflix. And when we saw, and that's paid to pay for it, of course, but when we saw what we saw, we all were appalled as to what we were seeing. I'm not going to go too much into what, you know, the Pop the Balloon on Netflix was about, but it was terrible. It was garbage. The people, the women that were on that show were not everyday regular people. Those women were hired. They were hired to stand there. They were actors, were actresses, of course, but they were not like the actresses that's in Hollywood or from Hollywood. They were paid to stand there and participate in Pop the Balloon. Not everyday regular people. And this guy, who they named him as Johnny Bananas. That wasn't his name. This guy was racist, people. And what he said to that black female. And that black female had to stand there. She was taken aback because she didn't know that he was going to say what he said to her. And she was taken aback, but she had to stand there and take it because her standing was being paid. It was a team member of ours about 2 months ago who had came across an article that said they were hiring for male and female actors and actresses. And looking at Pop the Balloon on Netflix today, we understand why they were asking for males and females to become actor and actresses on a show. We saw with our own eyes today. When I looked at that white male who they call Johnny Bananas, that white male was racist. He was racist. And we all were really surprised because we had no idea that Pop the Balloon on Netflix would be like that. Since watching Pop the Balloon on YouTube was entirely different, was entirely pleasurable to watch. And but to see this on Netflix, yeah, that Pop the Balloon is garbage. It's totally garbage. It's nothing what we even thought we were going to watch before we paid to watch it. But to see people, I want you to understand this. We want you to understand. When I say I'm talking about myself and the whole entire team, you got to look at Arnett and her husband, BM. They are the producers of the show. And I'm pretty sure that they have not said anything as to what this guy had said. And I am appalled at them because they are the producers and what they did to allow this to be seen by so many people. What they did was they sold their own souls, per se. No, they didn't sign on the dotted line like some producers of Hollywood or actors and actresses of Hollywood would do, but they were getting the money. And by with them getting the money, they were going to allow Netflix to say and do anything they would to those people that would come, and be on Pop the Balloon. We all are totally surprised that you are let and we're surprised. And then again, we're not surprised because you know something, people will do anything they can if money is involved and practically selling their souls. And to be honest about it, that's what Arlette and BM did. That show should not have been brought forth. Pop the Balloon. This guy who said what he said, telling the woman, telling this black woman that she looked like she should be sleeping upside down in a tree. And and that hit hard. That hit very hard. Because who are the ones that is on the tree? But instead of being upside down, and some are upside down, but instead of being upside down, upright, but who's on the tree? And who does it? The racist white person. And this man who called himself Johnny Bananas was racist. And Netflix knew that he had that hatred in his heart for black people. That's why they named him Johnny Bananas, because they knew exactly what he was going to say. And I personally say to each and every one of you out there, Pop the Balloon on Netflix is not worth your singing. It's garbage. It's trash. And those that are on there, and this is just the beginning, people, is just the beginning. Those that are on there were trash. Even the woman who took the place of Arlette, she didn't know what she was doing. You could tell that. But that's what they wanted. And Arlette and BM were going for it because they wanted the money. And that's one thing about we, the resistance team. We're not going to sell our souls per se for any amount of money to turn against our own race of people. What that white Johnny Banana said was ridiculous. He should not have said that, but they knew he was going to say that. That's why they had his name as Johnny Bananas. And think about it, people. Think about it. Who eats bananas? No one or nobody but gorillas and apes. Those are the ones who eat bananas. And they gave him that title because they knew what was coming from him. They knew what was inside of him. And Arlette and BM, it's time for you all to stand up and say something about this. Because if you don't, it's going to be another and another and another of racism going on. And we, the team members, we are not watching any more of Pop the Balloon on Netflix. And we ask you all to not do the same. And that's why they are that's why they have put it on Netflix. Because on Netflix you have to pay. You have to pay to be able to watch it. And they know that everyone, they are unable to pay to watch Netflix. They are unable to pay. Look at what's going on in the world today. People are living in hardships. They're barely trying to make it. And so Netflix know that they can do whatever they want to do because they know no one's going to watch them. They're not going to pay money to see them. So they can do whatever they want to do and say whatever they want to say. And Arlette and BM, they got control as long as we get the money. And that's wrong. But I tell you one thing, we, the resistance team, we are not going to ever watch that Pop the Balloon on Netflix again. We're not going to do it. Because when that Johnny Bananas, that white racist guy, said that to that black female, regardless if she was paid or not, but it hit home to all black race of people. And he meant what he said. And this black woman, she didn't know what he was going to say, that, but she looked totally embarrassed, but she couldn't say anything really back toward him because they were paying her. And so I would suggest, the resistance team, we would suggest that any of you black brothers and sisters don't watch Pop the Balloon on Netflix. Don't watch it. Because we are getting so tired of white people trying to just knock black people down, insult them in whichever way that they can. And And then they'll later say, but I can mean it that way. And this is what this Johnny Bananas is going to say. And that's not even his real name. But he's going to say that. You watch and see what I tell you. But we are so sick and tired of this racism going on. And it's to all people, but the target is on and toward the black race of people. And Arnett and BM, you know that the target is on the black race of people. But yet and still, we did some investigation on you too. You're here in Arizona, and Arizona is one of the most racist states there is. Arizona has a thing against black people. We did our research. That's what the resistance team was all about. We do our thorough research. We call and we travel, and we know these things. And so you should have known. You should have kept track of what's going on Netflix of Pop the Balloon there, regardless if they were paying you or not. And so we are asking every black brother and sister, do not watch that show. Do not give your time and effort for that show because it's not worth it. It's not like the Pop the Balloon on YouTube. Pop the Balloon on YouTube, they were real. And even the team members, we sometimes they would sit around, we would sit around and we watch it and we would, get enthused about it. Those people were real. They were looking for love. But on Pop the Balloon on Netflix, no, they were not. They are told what to say, how to act, when to act. They are paid to do these things. But it's just a beginning. It's just a beginning example of this white man degrading this black woman. When I say I am talking and speaking for the whole team, we were appalled. We all, even our white team members, we are so tired of our black brothers and sisters being put down. I'm talking about the genuine, real black brothers and sisters being put down. We're tired of it. And we can't sit back and look at others putting certain particular black people down when it is hitting at all of us. It's hitting all of us, I should say. So I'm saying, I'm doing Ariana speak for the whole entire resistance team. We're not going to watch it. We will never watch Pop the Balloon Netflix ever again. Ever again. Because we see now that shows cannot be fully successful unless you find a racist zeroing in on black people. And what that white Johnny Banana said to that black female, it hit home to every black female in America. The ones who knew what he was actually saying. This man was a racist, people. And as long as we are silent and not calling him out and not calling Arnett and her husband BM out, it's going to continue on and on and on. But we can understand how they got it and how they kept silent because, as I stated before, in Arizona is what we've been there. The team has been there. Arizona is one of the most racist states towards black there ever is. It's racist. So that's all I want to say to you all. Don't watch it. It's garbage. It's trash. It's degrading, and I don't care if they bring on a new one. Those people are paid. They're paid to say what they have to say, what's told for them to say. They're paid to act the way they were told to act. And I guarantee each and every one of you, this Johnny Bananas did not pick a black woman. And he wasn't going to pick a black woman because he wasn't looking for any love from a black woman. And the one that he did pick, she wasn't looking for love from him either. It was all a stage put together. Stage put together, unlike the Pop the Balloon on YouTube. So if you all want to continue on watching Netflix with this stage racism going on, then go ahead. But stop complaining about it. When you find a white man, a white woman downgrading a black person or black, whoever, stop complaining. Stop complaining. But we, the resistance team, we are not going to watch it. Even our white team member, they became, what the hell? They were really taken aback from what this white man said, Johnny Bananas, to this black woman. Because it wasn't specific to this black woman, it was to the black race, period. This man holds within himself hatred. He's racist. And one thing D.L. Hughley always states, that they know how to hold it in until it's time to bring it out. So we're not watching it, and we ask you all out there to not to watch it either. It's a waste of time. And Arlette and BM, if you all don't say anything, then what you all have done have sold your soul to just for something that you feel that it's out of my hands, to get money that you felt that you needed to upgrade your life of living. But you know, one thing you keep in mind is that there's no money worth enough. There is no money more than enough or more enough for any black person to sell their souls for their black brothers or sisters, even for the children. There's not enough money because we all are getting tired of this. And one last thing I want to say before I end. The reason why that they have bought this on air, because I'm telling you people, it's getting close to the summer months. And in the summer months, we've already stated it's going to be hell here on earth. It's going to be hell because everybody will be out in the open. Everything will be loose, and every black person will become a target. That's why they are bringing these things on like this, so that the whites can downgrade the black people. This time it was a black female. The next time it's going to be a black male because it's getting closer to the summer. We got to stop this, people. Have to stop it and express how we feel, that we don't like it. We have to express that is racism going on. But it's up to you all. So that's all I want to say. This is me, Billy R.L. Real Life. The ball is in your court. But we are surprised at you, Arlette and BM. We're totally surprised. It's a whole different outlook from YouTube to Netflix. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? Go ahead.